Look at this. It fits in the shed. Just. That's a good thing because I finished painting all the panels. Doors, boot and bonnet are all now painted and finished in the door file, which I'll show you in a sec. But I can now fit the rest of the car in the shed, which means I can strip all that off and actually paint the body. None of these panels unbolt, so to be able to paint them, it needs to fit in here. I don't know, I'm hoping I can do all the priming and filling and sanding here and then hire a booth and just shoot the rest of it in one go. So yeah, I think today I've got 48 days till Summer Nats, so I've got my work cut out for me. So confirming that it fits in the shed, which means I can keep it out of the weather, it's now time to get naked, little Morrie. It is the 25th of November today. There is 5 weeks to go till Summer Nats. I need this car painted. Unfortunately, it is very much not painted. I've got as far as etch priming the back section, sanding and filling a bunch of the areas. This is actually getting there. This is relatively smooth now. Rubbed through in a bunch of spots. But I'm fairly happy with the rear fins now. There's a few more spots. I uncovered more damage. There's a few, but basically now I'm back to etch priming, not etch priming, epoxy priming this section again. And hopefully in a lot of the smaller areas that'll be final. And then it allows me to go back in and do some more filler work. Geez, I wish I had a bigger shed, but anyway. Then I'm going to paint strip the roof, epoxy that. I know this is not the right way to do it, but we're just, at this point, doing it is the right way to do it. The front I'm yet to touch. There's a whole bunch more filler has to go on, especially down the lower areas, but hopefully there's not too much more mystery damage to find underneath here. On we go. Today is December 2nd. It's a month to go until this car needs to be scrutineered at Summer Nats. Today it looks like this. Back half is all in epoxy primer, including the roof. Front half is yet to be touched. I'm getting ready to put some filler on the dents in the roof. Basically, the rest of this is all I'm happy with and ready for high fill primer and then blocking and then colour. I'm hoping to fill the roof with my splines, get that looking good, and then basically high fill the whole back end of the car and then start looking at the front. Pretty happy with how the back's come up. The light in here is not great, but bumper, or the de-bumpered back end of it is looking quite smooth. Found some extra damage in the guards. It's a 60-year-old car, so I've had to redo some damage. I pulled all the old bog out, basically bare metaled the whole thing, and we are now reapplying all the filler. Well, I've refilled it and all that, so that's looking good. The front is going to need some work. I'm going to need a touch of welding here. So using the splines to help apply the filler nice and smooth, and then also using sandpaper on the splines to sand the roof, I got all these sections nice and flat. After then high filling the whole back of the car and blocking that down, I decided to try and apply some colour in the shed. This is never going to be a final coat of colour, but to get extra coverage I was having to do 3 coats, so I figured if I can get the first one done in the shed, it's less time in the booth. This also allowed me to colour sand it, which helped get rid of some extra imperfections. With the back half in some colour, it was now time to turn my attention to the front of the car and do all of this exercise again. Strip, bare metal, prime, fill. The bodywork on the front end is certainly not the greatest in the world, but I had a hard deadline of the spray booth day to get it done, so it is what it is, and it came up okay in the end. So much more room than my shed. I need to get one of these. Seriously cannot express how happy I was with the job we got done, and how thankful I am for getting my mate Toby to help me for the day, both with tow car, and in the end he just painted the whole car for me. He's a much better spray painter than I am. Check out Wheel Effects Australia for all your wheel rim repairs. That's what I'm talking about. While I did paint all the rest of the panels on the car and probably would have achieved an okay result in the booth, Toby's skill on the gun vastly outweighs mine, and he brought us back from the brink of disaster on more than one occasion on the day, and the finished result just speaks volumes. It's come up so good. I'm really happy.
don't flick anything on it.